everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jordan at Jordan's Joys. This is a science-backed self-care channel where I teach you how to take care of yourself, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, like you name it, we got it, let's go. Today will be a makeup video because makeup is good for the soul, I feel. I feel like it's great for my mental health, it's fun to do, but today's also gonna be a little bit of physical self-care aspect because we're cleaning our makeup brushes and we're gonna be testing out this guy, okay? So you've probably seen something like this before. It's basically just like one of those, you know, bowls, stick your brush in, spins, and like cleans your brushes for you. But the reason I say it is to help you physically because your brushes are dirty, okay? Like they're nasty and you don't realize it. I am not the best at cleaning my makeup brushes all the time, especially like since COVID. Like I'm not doing my face makeup that often, or even my makeup in general. Like I don't have any eye makeup on right now, and I'll explain that in a second. But these things don't get cleaned often enough. So I have like a stye, or something. That's why there's like, you know, eye makeup on. But if you can see, it's a little red. I don't want to get too close. My skin looks nasty right now. I'm just physically just not appealing at the moment, but it is what it is. We're living life, okay? But yeah, I either scratched my eyeball or have a stye. It's like on the inside of my eyelid. And I thought styes were really only like on your eyelashes, but guess not. So it's either a scratch. I'm guessing I either scratched my eye when I was taking off my makeup on Friday. I had glitter on my eyes and I think I was a little aggressive. I really got in there. I didn't really carefully wipe off the glitter as you should, because guess what? Like glitter's really, it's never really eye safe, even if it is a cosmetic grade glitter. Granted, this was not like, I mean, it's like one of those color pop glitters. It's like the chunky ones. Does say non-intended for eye use, but like, of course I'm gonna use them. They're so pretty. I love glitter. It looks so good, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful when you're taking off your eye makeup in general, but like with glitter, you have to be ultra careful because that stuff's sharp. You can hurt yourself. But anyway, I think I scratched my eyeball, but it also could be a stye. It might be a stye. Either way, bacteria is in there. It's infected, it's inflamed. I look like I ran into a doorknob or something. Like it's big, I don't like it. Leave any tips you have for me below because I need to get this gone. That's just my little rant. You need to clean your eye makeup brushes, okay? Because if I didn't get it from scratching my eyeball, it's because I was sharing like my brushes with some of my friends when I went to a trip in Vegas. Not on them, like, you know, it is what it is. And like people don't have to have an infection to give you an infection essentially. Like bacteria is different from person to person. And everyone has a unique makeup. So you should not share your makeup brushes. It is a serious thing. Like a makeup professional would never do that. They will always sanitize the brushes in between clients because it is like an actual thing. Like you can't, it's not good. It's not good. You don't want to end up like this, okay? You don't end up like this. Like what if I had an event? What if I had an event? You can't put makeup on, like you can't. So again, safety first, just a little rant, and you know, throw out that expired mascara. Like really do it. Really do it. Your eyes are so important. So important. All right, finally, let's get into this baby right here. So this is the StylPro, no E, just StylPro, Makeup Brush Cleaner and Dryer. So that's what's cool about this guy. So it says it cleans and dries makeup brushes in seconds. Wow. To avoid buildup of germs, professionals recommend cleaning your makeup brushes once a week. What? Obviously, it depends on how much you use them. But looking at you, Mom, she never cleans those things. Every time I come home, I clean all of her brushes because they're nasty. Anyway, so this, I'm just gonna open this thing up, okay? But this package does come with a makeup brush cleaner. I'll look at the ingredients in a second when I take it out, but it is alcohol free, which is good because you don't want to dry your brushes. If you pay good money for your brushes, you need to take care of them. And letting makeup sit on them really wears them down, it breaks them down, and you're not gonna get the best finishes from them if you keep makeup on them. Like they're not gonna blend as well for you, and they're gonna house more bacteria, and they're just going to start to break down, and those oils will break down that hair. So you need to take care of them. And you don't want to use the alcohol because it'll dry them out as well. It does say, which is a good tip, to wash brushes that have foundation and lipstick on, we recommend using a brush cleaner that cuts through oil-based products. And then for brushes that have been used for powder only, soap and water is suitable. So that's a good tip. You know, oil breaks down makeup. Let me just... Okay, finally got it out of the packaging. Maybe. It's a whole box here. Bam. What's nice about this, which is one of their selling points, is that traditionally, like, I'll wash my brushes with, like, I've been using baby shampoo to wash my brushes, or like dish soap, and that stuff, like, you know, you'll wash your brushes and then you have to let them sit for like overnight or something, so you can't use them for like a day or so. So that's a downfall. And the reason I have been using baby shampoo is because this is like the ultra light and gentle one, and it rinses clean and leaves the residue. And that's important because sometimes when I use like other shampoos, it'll leave a residue behind and then it doesn't blend well. There's still something on that brush and it might clog your pores. All things not good for your skin. This little kit came with this makeup brush cleanser. This is supposed to be used for oil soluble products, I think. So like if you have foundation, if it's more oil based, they recommend using this makeup brush cleanser to help break down those oils and stuff. So yeah, this is what it looks like. There's a little fishbowl in here. We got this boy, like a little coffee frother. Let me turn it on. Okay, yeah. And then it comes with these 8 silicone brush holders. So how it works is, and there's like a base here to sit them on, but basically, let me find a brush that works. Yeah, I just read the instructions. So far, the instructions are really informative, really helpful. I think very easy to understand. So that's good news, but let me just take, let's see, I think this one will fit. This is just running a brush. So basically you put your brush into one of the handles, and then you take this little vibrating thingy and you would put that on this. So then like when you turn it on, it's gonna spin your brush into the fishbowl. Okay, so I guess let's just begin. Let's just get into it. I'm excited. I'm going to start with the eye brushes. Those are all powder, so I guess I don't need to use this yet. So I think I'm going to pour a little bit of my baby shampoo and some water into this bowl, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna, it's probably more than enough on that. Add some water. I don't know how much, but I don't know, I guess that's enough. Like up to here. Maybe a little more. Some of my brushes are they're a little short. So it does say like make sure it's straight and not wobbly, because when you turn it on, it's gonna like shake and not clean correctly or something. So it says to first like stick your brush in. It says like not to, like, you know, be careful not to get the metal connector piece that holds all the hairs in the water, because that will eventually like break down the glue inside your brush, and you know, it's not gonna last as long. It's gonna fall out, the hairs will fall out. So just, so to stick in there, just kind of lift the hairs gently for like 5 seconds. I'm guessing that's 5 seconds. And then it says to stick it in gently. Oh yeah, there's already stuff coming off this bad boy. I should have chosen a brush that had a lighter color on it first. But this one has like, I don't know, it has darker colors. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it on. Oh, okay. And then it says to bob up and down for like 10 seconds, and you're supposed to try and keep the hairs in like underwater at all times. Okay. I'm not counting, but it's probably 10. And then it says to, like, you just lift it up to dry it. And it says to not keep it out of the water for more than like 10 seconds. You don't want to like damage it, so that's probably good. This is definitely still wet. It's not dry. It's not drying. I should not be touching. My hands are clean though. I don't know. So let me try again, see if it dries a little more. Okay, that was definitely 10 seconds. Okay, it's pretty dry now. Let me just take the instructions here. Let me see. I'm gonna take this, like, right? Oh, that's not great. So you can see, like, there's still brown, like, eyeshadow coming off of this brush. Okay. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Interesting. Let's try another brush and we'll see what happens. Maybe I just needed some of that soap to lift up from the bottom, and then we'll come back to this brush. I guess one of the downfalls, I think, that I'm seeing right now, so I have like some dual-ended brushes. So like I wouldn't want to put this in there because I don't want to damage these bristles. So I feel like there's still some brushes that no matter what, I'm gonna have to wash by hand, which is not the worst deal, but like obviously I don't want to have to do it in two different methods, ideally. The other thing that I could see happening, they do have a pretty good variety of sizes here for all brushes, like in all brush handles. Like this is kind of a chunky boy. And then, you know, we got super skinny ones over here. So they do have a good variety for that, but I can still see some brushes just not fitting. Also, I don't know how to, like, my sponges have got to be like nastiest for sure. But like those are like harder to clean, I feel like. Because whenever I clean them, I'm really like getting in them and then I rip them and then they're not really usable. So please leave any advice for washing your makeup sponges. I usually will dip them in like some coconut oil and then to kind of get rid of some of that oil. And then I will use an antibacterial wash to get the rest of the residue off. But let's try another brush. We're gonna wash this one next. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's the Effortless Crease Brush from It Cosmetics. Okay, I think this one will fit. Ooh, oopsies. And it's pretty snug in there, I think. Secure. Okay. Straight. It's not like leaning. Okay, so stick it in. 5 seconds. Swirly, swirly, probably. I don't know. This is not instructions, but I feel like it just needs to get. I don't know. I need to press it against the bowl or something to get, like, massage it in or something. All right. Let's turn it on. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. All right. This is really sudsy, guys. I also, like, the drying kind of freaks me out because I feel like it needs to be rinsed in water first. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like it needs to be rinsed in like water. Like maybe I could have a cup of water or a bowl of water sitting here, kind of spin it in the water, rinse it out, and then dry it. Because I don't want to leave soap on these brushes. I'll have to see. Time to dry. 1, 2, a 3, a 4. That's 10 seconds. That's pretty dry actually. Okay, pretty good actually. So this brush, also this looks pretty good, like it doesn't look damaged or anything, which is good. Okay, so nothing is coming off on this one, and maybe that's just because it's a looser brush, so like the bristles are not as compact and dense and they're together, so maybe it's easier for the water and the soap to really get in between those bristles, as opposed to this guy who is a lot more compact. Sorry, my nails are atrocious. Like they're close together. Okay, we are back. I just did all of my eye makeup brushes, so I didn't account for like how much froth and foam like the spinning motion would account for. Like I don't know why I didn't think about that. I think I did a little bit, but I didn't account for like this much. So I definitely overfilled the bowl. Probably put a little, like a pump or two too much of the soap. Did not need that. Overall, pretty good so far. Like I'm happy with the results. There were a couple brushes that I had to do twice. With those dense ones, I found myself kind of like rubbing on the side of the bowl, like before I started spinning it, to try and really get in there, get that soap in between those bristles, as opposed to like the bigger, fluffier ones didn't really have that problem. But I don't know, I'm still a little wary about like the whole not rinsing thing. Like, I don't know, I feel like the soap is still on my brushes. I don't know. We'll have to see like when I use them. I'll update you at some point whenever I wear makeup again, whenever I'm allowed to wear makeup again with my eyeball. So far, so good. So I'm gonna dump this out. You can see how nasty that water is. And I'm sure it could have been much nastier too. I'm going to do my face brushes next, which have like more of the cream powder, like products. So I'm going to use their makeup brush cleaner and we'll see how that goes. So this does say you just use the cleaner, you don't need to add water to it. So I feel like this could get empty real quick. You can buy refills, I think, but just a heads up. So another way to get ya. But I'm gonna do that now and I'll be right back and then we'll try a couple of my big face brushes. Okay, so this is the vegan makeup brush cleaner. It is alcohol free, which is awesome. It says do not add water. So I was looking for the ingredients on here. I did not find them. Yeah, no, I literally don't know where the ingredients are. It just says alcohol free and it has instructions. It says add a small amount to the StylPro bowl and follow instructions. Brush will be clean and dry in seconds. Wow. And the instructions do say like consult your brush manufacturer for the best type of like cleaning liquid to use. Remove this. So that's good. Like they really are trying to cover their bases here. Okay, so just smelling it, it you know, doesn't smell like alcohol, but you can tell it's like a cleaning solution, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna pour, I don't know how much a little is. Like, what does that mean? I just don't want to use like too much. I don't know. Is that like good? Let's just start with that. That's already like this much of the bottle, which is not too bad, but I don't know. Maybe this is gonna froth up. No idea. See what happens. Okay, here's all my beautiful eye brushes, all clean. Now we have to do these boys. You can see, you can visibly see that they're dirty. So let's start with this IT Cosmetics Unstoppable Powder Brush. Boop. Oof, yeah, there's powder on it for sure. So not a smart move there, Jordan. Okay. And I did find that it was helpful to keep a clean washcloth nearby to kind of wipe any of the extra juice off and see if there's any residue. Okay, so there's not a great size for this one, but this will work. What's nice about the silicone stuff is that it is really gripping the brush. Let me try and angle this a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna dip it. Really, oh yeah, that's gross. You can already see how murky it is. Yummy. Okay, they're pretty saturated. That liquid is, it's nude now. It's a nude liquid, it's not clear anymore. Okay, now I'm gonna turn it on. Ooh, 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 okay. This is kind of fun. It's fun with like the big brushes. Okay. To really get the spinny action. It's like those dancers with the big skirts. Why can't I think of it? So like flamenco? I don't know. But yeah, it looks really pretty, aesthetically pleasing. This stuff did always scare me because I thought it was gonna damage my brushes. So, because like they're spinning like this really scares me. And like this, like the brush is flat right now. Like, do you see that? So that scares me, but it does say like not to dry your brush for like more than 10 seconds to not like damage the bristles. But I did notice like some of the brushes they don't get dry in that time. So that's pretty dry actually. That's pretty good. I think that was probably a little more than 10 seconds, but they didn't get super dry in 10 seconds. It kind of depends on the brush, but this is a super fluffy brush. So I guess like, you know, same thing with the liquid. The air can really get in between these bristles just as well. So that's good news. Let's try a brush that has foundation on it, shall we? I definitely have used at least 4 of these different grippers sizes. So that's good they have the variety. Okay, and this is my, I don't know, it's my Airbrush Full Coverage Complexion Brush by IT Cosmetics. Yes, I have a lot of brushes from them because they just make high quality stuff, guys. That, Real Techniques, Eco Tools, good stuff. Good stuff. I do have some drugstore stuff in here too. Okay, this is nasty. I feel like I don't know. Do I need more cleaner? I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's turn it on. Ah! Ooh. This is like mixing paint or something. I feel like I'm like immersion blending. You know, when it's like, you know, you make a soup or something, instead of sticking it in a blender, you just have something like this with blades at the bottom and it like blends it all up in the thing for you, which is kind of nice. Okay, I feel like that is probably good. I don't know, let's see. Ooh. If anything, this is fun. So, and I do like that it's not super messy. I will spend like an hour in front of the sink washing my brushes and my hands will be just like pruny after because, you know, it takes a long time. There's a lot of water happening. And maybe that's just my own problem, but just saying. Okay, so knowing this brush, that's pretty clean. Let's see. It is a little... What I do like is that I'm not smelling like residue left over, like I'm not smelling the product still, so that's good. All right, so I'm gonna wash the rest of these. I have a few more, and then I will give you my final thoughts at the end. But so far, so good. This is fun. All right, we are done washing our face brushes, and look at these. These are so much cleaner. I'm happy, I'm impressed. I think what I learned, and like, look how nasty this is. Like, this could just be my foundation right here. It's just in this bottle, in this bowl. I think what I learned is like, for the eye brushes, what I should have done was put in like basically this much water and then like half the soap, maybe like less than half. And it would have frothed up on its own, but this didn't really froth, which was kind of good because with the eye brushes, like I was getting like soap all the way up to here and like I don't want to do that. I just want to clean the bristle part. But because a lot of the brushes are longer and even the shorter ones, like with the water or like the liquid lower, like the brush is going to be hitting like very gently on the bottom, which was what I was trying to do a little bit with like the face brushes, like just ever so slightly, not like jabbing because it's gonna damage them obviously, but just like a little bit. And then I think for some of these like denser ones, it would have cleaned them a little easier, a little quicker without me having to kind of like do it on the side a little bit. So that's what I learned. I liked this product actually like more than I thought I was going to. It's very easy to use. First of all, this just runs on 2 batteries. This cleaner is a win so far. I really like this cleaner. I feel like this is something that I could possibly repurchase, but you know, it just depends if you have other cleaners that you prefer to use. But it did leave 0 residue. And all of my face ones, even though they're so big, but I guess maybe because they're fluffier, all of them dried so well, like so well. So I'm pretty pleased with that. If anything, it was a fun thing. So yeah, I suggest giving it a try or giving a product like this a try, especially if you don't know what to do to wash your makeup brushes or don't know how to wash them or what to do it with. But this is just a fun, like little mess-free, pretty quick way to do it. This, probably like 9 out of 10, I guess. Usability, like ease of use or easy to use, I think that was probably like a 10 out of 10. Dryability, probably like an 8 out of 10, but also like I could have been using this wrong the whole time. I don't know. I did run into several problems with only a few brushes where I couldn't find one that fit. They were just like in between or something, and I was able to like get it into one of the smaller holes and stretch it out. But I don't want to stretch it out too much, you know, because then it's not going to fit the other brushes that I need it to fit. So that's just something to note. But I was able to still, like, even if it doesn't fit, like this one didn't fit because it kind of like comes out. But I was able to just stick it in the bottom and like swirl it around really, really well, just like how I wash it anyway. And it was still like a really quick, mess-free way to clean the brush. So those are my thoughts. Overall, I enjoyed this product. Please let me know if you enjoyed it as well. And just don't forget to wash your dang makeup brushes, okay? Like, those things are nasty. Take care of yourself, take care of your skin, take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you, take care of your eyes. You can see. So that's the moral of the story. But that's it for today. I hope you'll join me again next time. I will see you later. Bye.